Hi everyone, it's Desert Rose. I'm going to make a quick video, hopefully, of some tarot bags that I made and a haul from Joanne Fabrics. If you hear anything in the background, it's probably my dogs. That was just Lakota, or my cats, or John, because he's next to me playing video games. And Lakota needs water, so I'll be right back. So, a couple days ago, I got 2 fabrics. My intention was to make them tarot cloths for when I would read, but I fell in love with a tarot cloth that is from another country, and I wasn't sure when it would arrive, so I figured I would get cloths, and I got this one. And good thing the lighting is pretty direct where I am. And this one. That's coming up really vibrant on camera, but it doesn't seem to be that vibrant in person. So these are definitely both beautiful, but I decided to order that cloth. So I was wondering what I would do with these, and I made them into tarot bags because I have so many decks without a bag, and I just go to places thinking that I'll find a random bag, and I usually do. It's been more of a process lately because I do have my ever-growing collection. I don't have a lot, maybe to others that keep their decks, because if I don't use the decks, I'm trading them. I'll end up trading them, but overall I keep the ones that I like. So I'm really happy with how these came out. This is the purple one, obviously, and I used hemp cord. I just used whatever cord I had laying around. So, and I used black thread too. But I only used the dollar store thread because that's what I had laying around the house. So this other one, I didn't want to use black thread, so I ended up using this really nice, I would say navy blue, but it complements the green color, and to add to that, I do have a teal, and I would say that I'm super happy with how this one came out too, but it is a little tight because I tried making it tighter than this one, but it fits it exactly. But other than that, I can't fit anything else in here if I wanted to, which is fine. So this is an example of a deck that I need a tarot bag for, the Shadowscapes, and I would like to get a more fitting, well, this is a special bag to me in general because there's a story that's behind it, but for this Dame Darcy, I have another edition, and because I feel like the objective of getting tarot bags is so that they'll be secure, and I just put a lot of decks in my bags, and I put a lot of stuff in general in my bag, so it tends to be very full, and anything can happen in my bag. It's, some would consider it a death trap. So death trap for tarot bags. I went to Joanne Fabrics and I got more fabric as well as other things that I should need. So I only got 10 inches each because I don't think I need any more. That'll make more than one bag for sure if I do my measurements right. I really wanted more of a fall colored. At first I wanted a fall themed one, but I didn't see any ones that really caught my eye, so I really love the color orange. I would wear burnt orange, but I do really like the color orange. So I got this one, and these are coming up very vibrant, but they're kind of muted in person. Well, they're not muted, they're toned down in person. And I failed to mention the decks that are in these. So inside here is the Wheel of the Year, and I love the backings. This is one of the features that attracted me to this deck, is the orange in here. I grew up where they're in an area of the States where there's 4 seasons, so fall is my favorite season. And one reason is because of my birthday, and I do love the colors. And in the in the purple, I have the So Below Tarot. So this is the second volume to the set. I didn't get the whole set because the As Above Tarot didn't appeal to me, at least right now anyway. So I figured I would just get that. And I have an idea of what I would put in here. A couple of decks actually, since I have more than one. Either that or I'll end up maybe giving some away or even selling some. So I figured I would get this for the Dame Darcy, the 3rd edition, since that is the one that I use. And it is more of a light bubblegum pink. I would say it looks less intense because of the white, which is nice because I wasn't looking for something very intense. This one I really fell in love with. I was thinking about making this into a tarot cloth, but I have one coming in anyway, so I'll stick to this one. I may get more in the future just because it's so pretty. This is the one I'm going to use for, I was just looking at here to see if I would know any other information. So this is like a sky blue, and then there's sparkles. I did see if it would transfer, and there was only like one that transferred, but other than that it's a-okay. And that surprisingly is going to go with my Dreams of Gaia tarot, which I didn't expect to be this enthused by. So it's in here right now because I've been keeping it in black bags, and so I'm not that surprised at the same time, just because there is a card in here that has a similar color palette, because it does really play with the energies, and it does go into like lightness and dark and things in between. So it's also elemental too. I'm hoping that it'll come up soon, because as I said, I have to, well, this is a lighter picture, you could see that. Then there's some greenery, and then there's more of fiery ones, you know. Hopefully it'll come up. missing it. So, well, I'm not missing it from the deck, but if I went slower, I would probably hit it. So this is probably one of my favorite cards in the deck. And that's the card that I flipped to. So you could see that it really has a wide spectrum of colors. And again, it fits really well with this one. So I got a dog or a wolf and a cat one just because I've been getting a lot of things with wolves and dogs because of the newest additions of our family, but I am more of a cat person. I do still have 2 of my cats that lounge around and relax and eat. So this is my cat one that I got. There were other ones. I did like how it was more of a collage type of cloth, and there was another one that the cats were smaller, but I thought it looked too busy. With it being the cats like this size, I thought that it wouldn't be too distracting. So I can do it in like a literal sense and put it with my cat's tarot, but I can also put it with something else. This I'm thinking is, well, I think that this is beautiful. They did have a couple of wolf ones, but I did like them in the snow. And one of my goals is to get my huskies up north as soon as we can, which is going to be after the summer. So we're working on that. This is going to be for a couple of my fairy decks. I eyed this one last time, but I didn't get it. And I just kept getting called back to it, so I got it. And I could also use it for the Living Earth Tarot, because this one doesn't have a tarot bag either. And well, I'll show you this side because, oops, there's more. Well, there's the pictures. The other side is plain. So I think that would look nice with it. And it really it really complements, I would say, the energy of the decks with the choices of bags that I put them in or pair them up with. So this one I kept going back to. I don't have the deck right now, but it should be coming in soon. So I'm excited about this. I also saw this last time, but I didn't get it. And as I was saying, I was using like dollar store needles and thread. And I did have tangled up hemp cords. I'm not going to show that because it looks kind of really disorganized. So I would use that to cord the top. But I finally get to be the mom that I know I am. So this is a tin that we have laying around the house. They usually have, back in the day they had butter cookies in it, and then you'd open the tin and it was your mom's sewing items. So this is empty. We didn't really have anything in it per se besides, we had catnip in here just because it was laying around. It came with a scratching post, so we had the spray bottle. And now on to things that go with the cloth. So to put the needles in and pins in, or I would say pins, because you usually see that, yeah, pins. There were different colors for this, but I chose the traditional one. And then we got an assortment of craft needles. And then there is an array of colors that we chose from. some from my tarot decks, and then I do like green. It's my favorite color. But we are also using it to sew a patch on John's military uniform. So we did confide in the woman that was working in that station. So she told us maybe more of an olive, which again, it's coming up more vibrant. All these are probably coming up more vibrant. But there was also one that was called Army Drive, I believe. I don't see the name, but whichever one is darker. So I'm assuming it's this one. Or the undertones are definitely different. So this has more of gold undertones. So I'm assuming this is the olive one. And this would be the army one. Army Drive. I believe that's the name. So we opted for a navy blue one because I did use navy blue, as I said, for the green one, and it's a really good complementary color. And then a cream. I do love creams. The off-whites usually are more appealing to me because I don't tend to like white on my skin, at least if I'm going for something that I'll be wearing. And then black. I was running out of black, and this is white because I figured I would use that for the orange. And since it's Memorial Day weekend, we went at the right time. We got that discount, and we also got another discount. There's a military discount, but that's only 10% off, and you have to ask for it. And then we've never really looked into the discounts, but there was a 25% off. It could have been just for this weekend, but it could also be in general. So that was the haul. Oh, and my pins. So that was my haul. I hope that was somewhat interesting because I don't really make these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. My husband is taking care of the food because I'm still filming. But I'll see you guys in another video.